Hey everyone, thanks for joining us again on our GPNC virtual story time. Today, my name is Erika, I'm one of the naturalists here. Today I'm going to be reading Insect Detective by Steve Voake. And if you enjoy this book today, it's also in our gift shop. Hold on. Right now, all around you, thousands of insects are doing strange and wonderful things. But you can't always see them right away. Sometimes you have to know where to look. Listen, over by the fence. Can you hear a scratching sound? A wasp is scratching away at the post with her strong jaws. She's collecting wood. She mixes it into a soft pulp in her mouth. When she has enough, she'll help the other wasps build a nest out of paper. But not all wasps live together, but many of them do.
That little bit right there.
Oh. Wasps often collect different kinds of wood, which makes their nests look stripy, just like the insects who made them. Insects that live together are also called social insects. Ants always live together. They usually make their nests underground. Finding an ant's nest is easy. First you have to find an ant, then you just follow it. It might stop to chat with some other ants along the way. Ants can communicate by touching their antennae together. But after a while, the ant will head home, and you'll be able to find out where it lives. Like all insects, ants have three main body parts: an abdomen, a thorax, and a head. Solitary bees live by themselves. Solitary means alone. This female solitary bee is busy collecting food from spring flowers. She'll store it in her tiny nest so that it will be ready for when her eggs hatch. All insects start life as an egg. Solitary bees make their nests in holes in the ground, cracks in walls, or in tiny cavities that have been left by other insects. Many animals like to eat insects for dinner, so some insects use camouflage to blend in with their surroundings. Look at this crinkly little brown leaf. Can you see a crinkly brown herald moth too? They often rest in trees during the day so that birds won't see them. Insects have other ways of hiding too. See the squiggly lines on the leaves? They were made by a leaf miner caterpillar. The leaf miner protects itself by living between the top and bottom layers of the leaves. It's a bit like hiding in a sandwich. Lift up a stone and you might see an earwig scuttle out. They like to hide in the damp and the dark. The pincers on the tips of their abdomens make them look kind of scary, but don't worry, they're harmless. Female earwigs are very good mothers. They work hard to keep their eggs clean, turning and washing them regularly. When the young hatch, their mothers bring them food until they're old enough to look after themselves. Of course, you might find some creatures under the rock that aren't insects, like spiders, centipedes, wood lice, or slugs. And once I found a baby frog. It's easy to tell whether something is an insect or not. All you have to do is count the legs. If it has 6 legs, it's an insect. If it doesn't, it's not an insect. If you're lucky, you might even find a colored ground beetle gleaming in the sunlight. It's like discovering a precious jewel. But ground beetles aren't just pretty to look at. They're excellent hunters too. At night, they go out hunting for slugs and snails, which makes gardeners very happy. Perhaps the greatest insect hunter of all is the dragonfly. Even the name sounds fierce. But don't worry, they won't come chasing after you. Dragonflies are much more interested in catching things like flies, mosquitoes, and gnats. Some will even snatch a spider from its web. On summer days, when the air is still, you can see their wings sparkling in the light as they hunt, twisting, diving, and plucking flies from the air. Dragonflies are fabulous flyers. They have 2 sets of powerful wings, which they can use to hover, change direction, and even to fly backwards. It's hard to believe they started life in the water. But dragonflies lay their eggs in ponds or slow-moving rivers where they hatch out into small dragonfly nymphs. A nymph sheds its skin many times until it is fully grown. Finally, it climbs out of the water and rests on the stem of a plant. As dawn breaks, its skin splits open and a beautiful dragonfly emerges, unfolding its wings and drying itself in the sun. Dragonfly nymphs are the young, wingless versions of an adult dragonfly. The special changes that take place in insects' bodies are called metamorphosis. They happen in different ways as insects grow from eggs to adults. Sometimes when you think about these strange and wonderful things, moths hiding, ants talking, dragonflies changing, it's hard to believe that they could really be true. But you don't have to take my word for it. All you have to do is open the door and step outside. All right, that's the end of our story. Thank you again for joining us. And if you like this book, it's also in our gift shop, The Owl's Nest. And tomorrow, if you want to join us and explore for some more bugs, you can join Deb and Amanda, our naturalists here at the Great Plains Nature Center, for outdoor play at 10 o'clock.